Hi everyone, Sandy here with Country Craft Creations. I'm sharing my second project that I've made with my designer kit that had the Authentique Solitude paper collection in it. This is what I had left from my previous project, which was a winter album. I had one full sheet of the 12 by 12 paper from the collection. I had some scraps and I had a few cut aparts left over. I'm going to use the green artisan cardstock for my card base and some ink here in the color philosophy, as well as my art glitter glue. So this is a tutorial on how I make a easel card. So first you're going to cut a 6" by 12" piece of the cardstock. This will make the base. You will have a 6 by 6 card with this tutorial. So it's 6" by 12. And you will score the 12" side at 6" to create a 6 by 6 card base. Go ahead and fold that up and burnish the fold line. Then open it back up and from the left side score at 3" on the 12" side. Go ahead and score and fold this in towards the inside of your card base. And this is what you will use to create the easel part. So go ahead and burnish that. You'll also cut another piece of cardstock that is 6" by 6", and you're going to put glue on this 3" section only, which would be the front of your card. To make it easier to put on, flatten this down and then line up the 6 by 6 piece on top of that front of the card. And remember, the glue is only going to be on the bottom edge where the card opens, so that when you lift it up you will have this easel, like an easel stand. So this is the front, and I'm just burnishing the glue down really well, and we'll have a stop there for it. We will construct the card so that it will open up and stand. So I decided that it needs some extra strength here on the back of the card. So this is the back side. Let me see here. Let me turn around so you can see. So this is the back side, and on the top that is the easel that sticks up. I'm adding a 3" by 6" piece of cardstock that I cut out. So that just helps to give it a little bit more strength when it is standing open like that. So there's where I glued it at the very top of the easel part that sticks up above, so it doesn't flop around. I thought it needed a little bit more extra strength from the cardstock. Okay, so now we're ready to take some pattern paper, and out of that full sheet of 12 by 12 paper I cut a 5 7/8" by 5 7/8" piece of paper, and I'm inking the edges. And this will be the front of my card. So I'm going to glue this on. It'll have a slight border. To decorate the front of the card, or the inside, I think I'm going to do this on the inside. I have one of the cut aparts with these birds on the branch so that it just fits. I've trimmed it down to fit the 6" width. And from the cut aparts, or from the die cuts, the cardstock die cuts that comes with the collection that I had left over, I'm going to pull out the one that says winter. See here, it says winter greetings, I think. Yeah. So that's going to be the stop for the easel part, the front of the card, so that it can stand up. So you're going to need some foam tape or foam dots or squares, because you want a little bit of lift on this so that it can hold it in place. So I am just sanding off any of the rough places from punching this out. And I'm going to go ahead and speed up the video because this is a decorating part so that we're not spending a lot of time on the video, but I'm inking the edges. I'm going to glue the bird cut apart down on the bottom. This is on the inside of the card. Then I'm going to glue some of the scraps of paper into the card and in different areas on the back, and then I will show you how I decorate the front. Okay, so I have my scrap of paper, which I chose the plaid. I put that up at the top, and then I've put the birds down, and now I've got my foam squares, and I'm putting it on the back side of my saying. I want the winter greetings to be what you read, so I'm covering up the falling snow, which is on the back side. You can use whichever saying you want to use. So I like the winter greetings for a card. So I'm putting quite a bit of foam squares here on the back so that it's real sturdy, and it's going to be a stop for the easel part of the card. So once you have these down, go ahead and peel the backing off and position this on your card. Now you'll have to play with the angle of your easel and position this in the best place to hold it in an upright, in a good position. Check the different sections on the back of your card, and if there's any places where you feel you need the extra strength of doubling up the cardstock, go ahead and cut and glue these down onto the back. So that helps to make the easel part and the card a lot more sturdy and stand up better. So now we're ready to go ahead and decorate the front. So we'll fold that back down and gather my things to decorate. I'm going to use some of the natural artisan cardstock and this punch, this lacy punch, and I've already punched mine out. It's 6 inches wide to add this lacy look to the front. So I'm just showing me my punch that I used. I can't remember the brand. I've had it for a while, but any lacy type of punch, or if you actually have some lace that you want to use, will work. I'm going to glue this onto the front. I'm going to glue another cut apart, and then I'm going to glue on some flowers and a bow to finish this off. The last thing I do to really dress up this card is use some clear Wing of Stella and paint around on some of the birds and some of the branches where it's snowy. And then I'll also use some of the Nouveau Crystal glaze to put onto the Winter Greetings banner to kind of give it a shiny and raised look, kind of make it look like a sticker, and in other places. So go ahead and just dress up your card the way you feel like it, with some, maybe some stickles or glitter paste, whatever you have that can add a little bit of dimension to it. by just brushing on the like Wink of Stella and things like that. So that will really dress up your card and make it really special to give to someone. Since there's not really a place on the inside of the card to put a greeting, I took another piece of the white cardstock and punched the lace, and then some of the green cardstock and some of the scraps of paper, and made this little pocket that I'm going to glue on. So I'm just gluing it along the bottom and on both sides, and I'm gluing it at a depth so that you could tuck a gift card in it. And this I'm gluing to the very back of the card, and then I matted some of the white cardstock onto some of the green and did a to and from. So you can make this larger if you want to write a bigger message. And so this puts this on the back, and so now the card is all finished. Decorated on the front and the inside, and it's ready to give to someone special. Now, if you want, you can also add scraps of paper to the inside of the top of the card to finish it off even more. So I didn't do this on the video, but I just showed you. If you open it up on the inside, you can see where you have added some papers there on the inside of the card. So this is the finished card. On the back you have the to and from with a little pocket for a gift card. You have the front with the two cut aparts. It stands. So on the inside there you have your pattern paper in the top part on the inside, and you have your placement holder here. Whoops. It's kind of hard to do holding it in the air. So when you set it on the table, it will sit like this. So I think this turned out like a really pretty card, and I made it with just one sheet of the pattern paper and my leftover scraps from the collection and one sheet of green cardstock. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye-bye.